Hello everyone, welcome to the Anglers 48 show. Glad you were able to tune in. What are we going to be discussing today, guys? What are we doing? We don't go fishing. This weekend I wasn't able to go fishing. Decided to just focus on my boy and his football game, which we had a blast. That was on Saturday. On Sunday, I didn't want to go on Sunday. The weather wasn't going to be too favorable. It was going to be 10-mile-an-hour winds to start. And the Cowboys were going to play Sunday. So I should have gone fishing. But when I didn't go fishing, I was able to do a whole lot. Knowing that I wasn't going to go fishing, I started prepping on Friday what I wanted to do, put everything aside. So one of the things that I wanted to do was fix my rod tips. On my last fishing trip about 2 weeks ago, not this past weekend, but the previous one, I was out there. I took the wrong pole. It had a very bad rod tip. The rod tip is good, but it has a sharp edge on it. That's a defective tip. I got two rods very similar. I took the wrong one. So that right there was not very good. It was tearing up my line. And I actually caught a fish on that one. I caught the 21-inch red. And I was, being very careful not to have it cut off. Another rod that I took, one of my favorites, the rod tip is missing the seal and it's broken off, right? So if the line finds that little space, it'll come off. So I was able to do that. I had all the necessary tools, the glue. So I was able to take care of that. And that wind is a little relentless here at my home as well. Excuse me. So as opposed to having two good working rods, now I have 7 working rods, right? So when you go fishing over and over and over, sometimes you just don't get around to keeping up to date with the maintenance. A lot of that goes out the window simply because there's no rest, right? Kind of like a restaurant that's open 24 hours. There's really no time to, kind of like fix certain things. So I was able to do that, fix the rod tips. Luckily, I had the parts, and now, it's very smooth. There's no abrasions on my lines. Something else that I did was I was able to lubricate the reels. I was able to take them semi apart, not completely, and I was able to clean the bearings and lubricate them. I was able to get rid of all that sand that had accumulated over time. Lubricate the butterfly, the handle, if you will. So once again, where I only had maybe 3 top reels, now I have 8 top reels, right? Am I gonna use all of them? No. For the most part, I only take 4 with me. Excuse me. I take 4 of them, If I'm gonna fish overnight or in the dark, I'm gonna take 3 of them set up with that single drop leader. If I'm gonna fish just early in the morning, I will take those same 4, but I'll put different baits on them. I'll put a spoon on one, I'll put the tandem on the other, and I'll put the popping cork on another, and so on, right? That way I won't be having to cut and retie and things of that nature. Even though I do that quite a bit when I swap the tandem rigs. So once again, fixed the rod tips, lubricated the reels. Now they're super smooth. Once again, I didn't open them apart, right? If I open them apart, like I said, chances are it won't be the same. Now, if it's one of those where it seriously needs to be opened up, I go in there with the thought of it's not gonna be the same, and if it is, that's a plus. I was able to charge the batteries on the boat, charge the kayak batteries. Like I said, I have that big charger, and usually I like to. In the past, I would use the trickle charger, and I would maybe charge them once with that big charger. And it's a good charger simply because if I happen to do some fishing where I go a long distance and it's super dead, that one will work. I need to get that other trickle charger, the one that I can use on my boats, on my boat batteries. This one right here, the batteries are close to the tank. They provide all kinds of spark. You don't want that when you have a tank right beside it. The small charger, trickle charger, that one was awesome. I just plugged it in. I didn't have to disconnect anything, and that was good, right? Now I have to remove those batteries completely just so that there won't be any issues, right? So I was able to charge the batteries. I pulled the boat out Sunday morning, right? Early Sunday morning, I was able to take the boat out, give it, give it a wipe down. Batteries were charged. I ran it for a good 20 minutes, and and then I placed it back in the garage there. So there it is. So far, only one use all year. We're hoping for some more use. Hopefully maybe once or twice more this year, or more than that. I will go and get I am gonna take it over to Bass Pro Shop early in the second week of October, and have them put the new seats on, and that way it'll be ready. It looks very shady the way it is right now with a half a seat, but yeah, that's, like I say, that's pretty much it. There will be times, like I said, when the wind is bad. We don't have any coins. They're kind of, we're kind of low. We have to wait, for payday, things of that nature, and which it's fine. And it only makes the next fishing trip a whole lot more exciting, right? If you haven't gone for a while, if you go and go and go and go, it's exciting, but not as exciting as if you haven't gone in a good while. And like I mentioned, I'm not sure if my son is going to have another game on Saturday. I don't want to go on Tony's boat on a Sunday, right? I wanted to go on his boat on a Saturday. So I really want to go fishing, but if it comes to where it's gonna be on a Sunday, then unless Tony is like, come on anglers, we gotta go, come on anglers, you owe me, come on anglers, it's a good day, right? If he's nudging me with his shoulder like, let's go, we'll go, right? But if anything, if my son does have a game on Saturday, maybe Sunday I'll go on the kayak, right? I'm gonna take off at midnight from my house. Instead of taking off at 2, I'm gonna take off at midnight. So hopefully I can have maybe about 4 hours, right, of fishing in the dark, like the song says. And at that spot, keep in mind, this spot that I fished 2 weeks ago was not the same spot that Tony and I have been fishing. Okay, mind you, we hadn't been having success there. And I told Tony, you know what? I think we're fishing in the wrong spot. I think what happened was, since we were going to do an overnighter, we kind of pushed the spot a little further, right? That way the setup, the camp, could be good. At the real spot where I was 2 weeks ago, it may not be suitable for a camp, right? So I told Tony it's 100 paces from that spot. So when I got there, I counted 100 paces, dragged the kayak to that spot, cast it out, caught maybe 1 or 2 catfish, but I was able to catch that red where we hadn't been catching anything, at that other spot. So I was telling them, I'm excited, maybe this is where all the heavy duty fish are, right? Maybe I misled you. Maybe, there's nothing on that side. So, but like I said, if my son doesn't have a game on Saturday, we'll probably go on Tony's boat, being that the weather is good, right? And we'll fish those cuts, those island cuts, and see if we can, do good stuff, But that's pretty much it, guys. What do you do when you don't go fishing? Once again, you try to organize your stuff, lubricate your reels, get those rods in order. Make sure that your battery is charged, your kayak is in good conditions and ready. So I'll leave you with that, guys. Once again, check out my other videos on the Anglers 48 show. This is, I believe it's episode 4, right? So there's 3 other episodes where I talk about some hot spots, some key spots to fish on the south side of Port Mansfield. So, like I said, hopefully I can bring you some good, good stuff, good info twice a week. But chances are there's a probability that it's only going to be maybe once a week, simply because of once again, because of work, and then I'm having to make sure that my son gets to practice and things of that nature. But yeah, feel free to comment. I'll try to see if there are any other ideas that come to mind as far as what I can talk about. I'll leave you with that. If you haven't subscribed, help anglers out. Hit that subscribe button. You can follow me on Facebook at Anglers48. I do a lot of live streaming there. I'm a member of several fishing clubs on Facebook as well, so check those out. Until next time, guys, from far Texas, Anglers48 in the Anglers48 show, signing off. Until next time.